What'd you think about the Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl, great game.
It was a good game.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of comments from listeners about why do you hate Philadelphia fans so much? Because I seem to bring that up a lot, and I don't actually really hate Philadelphia fans. I'm just amused by the lack of sportsmanship.
Did you see there's a bunch of videos of Philadelphia fans smashing their televisions?
yeah. Well, they're emotional, and
yeah. I mean, it's their only TV, but they smashed it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta love them.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good game.
You've got a tie to Philadelphia, so
my son goes there, and he was disappointed. Of course, he blamed it on the refs. I don't think.
Of course, he did.
It didn't matter.
It went both ways. It always does.
Yeah, they were gonna. Philly was gonna lose. They lost momentum. But I will tell you this: I enjoyed the halftime show.
Yeah,
you liked it?
Yeah, I thought it was. I mean, like the halftime show, they're always like lip syncing. And I kind of like the way that Rihanna sort of leaned into, hey, I'm out here. I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
Everybody around me is dancing like crazy. I'm going to do some little dance moves, and I'm just going to kind of take it halfway easy up here and just own the stage. I thought it was great. It seemed to upset so many people.
Oh, my God.
I just don't get it.
I saw this on Facebook. Just we needed that Chris Stapleton. He should have been the halftime show. Is this some bearded guy with a guitar? That's it?
And he was great, too.
I will say this, and I think you brought this up earlier. The commercials were, whatever. But
at least it was a good game. Usually you watch for the commercials.
Well, first of all,
at least we had a great game to watch.
Let me just say this. I lost every single bet I made.
Yeah.
It's the worst. But you made a point.
If you need me to buy you lunch, I can.
You made a point about Disney.
Yeah, Disney spent $7 million on a Super Bowl commercial trotting out Mary Poppins and the blue thing from Avatar and all of these, all their 100-year anniversary characters, but they did it 3 days after they laid off 7,000 people.
That is what does that come out to?
$1,000 a person.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
This $7 million. Hey, everybody, come to Disney. It's the greatest place on earth. It's magical. But, oh, yeah, we're going to lay off 7,000 people.
Right. I mean, I think it's just one of those things where the optics are really bad. If you lay off a whole bunch of people, because Super Bowl commercials, they spur a lot of talk, but I don't think anybody really sees a big jump in their business. Like an established brand like that doesn't see a big jump in their business because of a Super Bowl commercial. It's just it's an ego competition with big corporations.
I think it's all I can say is I think it's once again disingenuous for Disney to come out and say we're the happiest place on earth and it's magical and et cetera, when they got some guy dressed up as Goofy sweating his cojones off, if you will, in 90-degree weather for $13 an hour,
right?
And then make matters worse, they're going to lay off 7,000 people as well.
Well, they have a contract fight at the parks right now, and I don't know all the details of it, but I had just seen a video where some of the people who play characters in the park were talking about, what you see as a dancing Goofy character, but if you go in the break room, you just see workers who are broken down in tears because they're wearing these giant heads out in the hot Florida sun and these big dresses and whatever. So
what they need is they need the scabby version of Goofy, right? We used to dress up in rat suits, right, back in the day.
It would be pretty funny if all of a sudden a bunch of rats just showed up in Disney. People would just think it was like a Ratatouille kind of thing and just go about their business.
Disney's full of rats.
Don't feed the rats. Hi, I'm Ed Maher, and you just watched a clip from The Workers' Mic. You can listen every Sunday on 720 WGN at 8 o'clock in the morning, and also find us on YouTube at 9 o'clock in the morning.